I would like to talk about last week's comment section because a lot of you guys like it when I review the comments. A lot of people have told me how much they enjoy it. So we're going to go ahead and review some comments here. We always start with a nice one, a nice ego lifting, tell me how good I'm doing comment. Like, you honestly make the best Digimon TCG vids. Get to the point and is fun about it. No fluff and super insightful. I don't have any fluff, and I am very insightful. So I do appreciate comments like this. It does keep me going. It does keep me going to see comments like this. It is nice to be nice sometimes. I didn't want to pick a comment, so positive to start off with, but it's a very nice comment. I couldn't just ignore it. You know what I mean? Now, last week, if you guys remember when I did this last week, I didn't cover any toxic comments. That was on purpose. That was intentional. I wanted to show that, this isn't a video to go over and burn all toxic haters. I didn't do that last week. I could have last week. However, the most toxic comment I got last week was this one. Love how the last Market Watch video came out, and he forgot to mention Beelzemon, who shot up almost $20 in a day. So, my response to that comment, by the way, this was the most toxic comment I got anywhere last week. I basically spent the whole week looking for toxicity, because there's always someone, and I got nothing. I got this. It was a healthy week. But anyway, so the reason I didn't cover Beelzemon last week is because when I recorded the Market Watch on the Sunday, the Beelzemon buyout had not yet happened. So if I don't cover something, there's two reasons. Either it hasn't happened yet when I've recorded, or it's irrelevant. Like today's Market Watch, I could have covered Beelstarmon, but we already covered Impmon and Beelzemon. I don't need to cover everything, right? I don't think it's necessary. But yeah, he is right. I didn't cover it. He's true. It's just because I, didn't get to it. It wasn't there. Nothing I could do about it. But you know what? I do appreciate the insight. People always tell me what the cards are I missed, which is why I mention it, in the video. Let me know what I missed anything. And people do that. It's really cool. Next up, I love how Mario doesn't talk about Doraemon now. Well, it was 8 on pre-sale. I'm going to repeat myself because I'm salty upset I didn't buy it at 8.16. Buy the pre-sale if you're comfortable buying it. At the end of the day, you get something you really want at a price you won't regret, blah, blah, blah. For me personally, the most I like to spend on all tarts is 25-35 versus the Sport 40 on BT5 Agumon and Pack, and then I Crash 27 Port, but I'm a huge fan. So I love Alphamon, Greymon, high rarity. Yeah, okay. So, I have made one notable mistake in all the Market Watches I've done, and that's Altart Doraemon and BT7. I messed up. That card broke the pattern. It broke the pattern. Straight up. And not only did it break the pattern, it exploded. Altart Doraemon. Now, that's my bad, because I didn't know that Doraemon was such a freaking anime fan favorite, plus 2 sets of hype really pushing the card. You know what I mean? So, I have a very high win rate when it comes to Digimon Market Watches. Over 95%, I'd say. However, I am human, and I do make mistakes sometimes. Doraemon was a mistake. But my principle still stands, don't buy the pre-sales. The only exception that comes up sometimes are some secret rares, and some altarts, like Doraemon. Know my lore. I gotta know my lore, chat. That's all. It was a learning experience, ultimately. Next up, you brought up the Koromon and got me up thinking about just buying box BT5. I'm not a market expert or anything, but it looks like BT5 itself is even going up. It looks like it hit a full point around the end of April. Do you see it getting even pricier? I love comments like this. Insightful analysis with a question. With a question. Yes, BT5 will continue to go up in price unless it gets reprinted. It's not had a major reprint yet. It's still sitting in distributor shelves, but there's not a lot left. Now, it needs another push for it to really, really go down in price. If it doesn't get that push, it's going to continue to go up in price. And it follows the rule. Sealed product is good. I believe when BT5 came out, or around that time, I said that Battle of Omni would be a really good investment, because Omnimon, actually objectively the best Digimon. Fight me if you disagree with that. But the market is reacting to it. It bought out BT5 when it came out. Plus COVID and other things, it was rough time. So yeah, TLDR, BT5 will go up unless it gets a reprint, but even if it gets a reprint, it will go down and then go right back up. There you go. Next question. The tournaments Mario is holding are for US only, right? They are not. My circuits are for worldwide participants. As long as you have a webcam and an internet connection and a legal deck, you can play my tournaments at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now, I picked this comment to answer that question, but also to shamelessly plug myself. This Wednesday is another circuit at 7 p.m. Eastern. However, it is the last circuit to get your invite before the championship June 5th. That means that if you want to get an invite to try to win the sick Bushy Agumon mat, you have one more chance. You have Wednesday. This Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you guys don't care, that's fine. If you have your invite, great. But if you don't have your invite and you really want to try to get that invite to the championship in June, you have literally one more chance. Unless I'm feeling generous and feel like doing a last-minute qualifier for it. I would not assume that I'm going to do that, though. So, play my tournament. It's BT7. It's going to be the last BT7 tournament I hold. And that's all I got to say on that. From GG Izzy. Dude, as much as I appreciate everything you do, you really shouldn't swear and be dropping F-bombs at a channel like this. You know, he's probably right. He's probably right. Bandai probably doesn't like it. And, you know, it's okay. I have come up with the way that I do my life. I don't care. I just do not care. If I don't want to edit I don't want to censor myself. If I want to say something like, this big black mic is the best big black mic I've ever had in my life, I want to be able to say that. And, you know, not get restricted, because it's not something that would restrict me, right? If I want to say something inappropriate, you know what I mean? Like anything, I can go ahead and say it. Anyway, so the point is, you're probably right, GG Izzy, but it's the way I want to make content. I'm going for personality-driven, funny, haha content, more while being Digimon content for now. Anyway, that's what I want to do. So that's that. But I do appreciate the insight. Now we have Irish Ranger. Lydramon does great things for the deck. This was for the Imperial Digimon deck profile. It is blue and green, allows a Digimon to Digivolve more easily, which is the main engine. Sure, maybe Armor Purge isn't the most impactful effect for the deck, but the blue-green colors, the blue-green colors are incredibly helpful. Also adds great synergy with the new blue-green Tamer. Of course, this is less effective when you play 2 jamming Vmon. Ultimately, my experience deck wants to swing at every stage, Evo, Evolve, swing again, but maybe your version of that doesn't do that much. Anyway, yeah, Imperial Digimon got big boosted, and there are multiple ways to play this deck, which is very cool. Irish Ranger's way is perfectly valid. And you know what? I like it. He told me why he thinks it. Great. You should try it. It'll probably be fine, honestly. Now, Radioactive. Hey man, if possible, can you start exporting your videos with louder audio? I have to crank up my headphones to near max. Well, now that I got a new big black mic, I will be able to do that. It'll have better audio. And I can thank the Twitch subs for helping with this, obviously. So, thank you, Twitch. I did this for you. And you also kind of did it for me. Smile. Now we move on to Brock. Brock. I agree with Power Creep Power and Digimon experience. Jogress and Armor Release make me sigh. I don't think they ruined the game yet, but in my opinion, they're on their way. Some people are very anti-Power Creep. It's true. The Power Creep has made me enjoy Digimon a little less than BT1, as I mentioned already. That being said, you know, the game has to Power Creep, otherwise you won't buy new cards. If BT8 comes up but the cards are less powerful than BT7, nobody's going to buy the set. And that's just how it is. So unfortunately, it's true, but Power Creep has to exist. There's no choice. It's Balbay. It's Balbay. If you're in the chat, say hello. I agree that BT1 was the most fun. I still love the game a lot, but that's because I'm a shrimp for the best girls. XD. But yeah, I can see why people get burned out. 90% of the players just play the one deck because they feel they have to win. Anyone playing Blue Hybrid here? But for real, yeah, it's kind of true. Like, I don't want to go to a regionals and play against 8 Blue Hybrid decks. It's not something I want to do. Like, I'd rather go for a hike, or I'd rather make other content than playing in regionals against 8 blue hybrid decks. That's just not what I find enjoyable. At the end of the day, this is for me. And for you guys, but also for me. I gotta be able to like myself and like what I'm doing. Now we go on to Samuel Vandeval. I got a question I'd like you to give an answer to. What do you think about younger people playing TCGs? I'm 14 years old and I fell in love with TCGs a few months ago. I'm playing Digimon and some MTG online. At my LGS, I'm very, very welcomed. When I go to events outside of me, LGS people are always like, "You're a kid." What do you think about this? Do you mind playing against kids? I don't mind playing against kids. Nobu hands my ass to me sometimes. He's basically a kid. There's that Hawaiian kid that plays in my tournaments sometimes. And I played him in a sub battle once. He's a very good opponent. I'm all for children playing Digimon. These are children card games after all. like children should be playing this game, and if they can play it to the level that adults are playing it on, or start early, you know what? I'm a for that. And as an aside, I've always said that if I'm going to be a parent one day, I will teach them card games literally as soon as possible. The reason for that is because card games teach you reading comprehension, math, critical thinking skills, imagination, all good things to have. Social skills, if you're playing with other people, you know, tactile skills, the ability to absorb information, like all sorts of things. Card games actually teach you a lot. So I am all for 100% children playing children's trading card games. Of course. Boris. This was great. Wasi next? Wasi, if you're watching this video and you would like to come on my stream for an interview one day, please advise. That would be very nice. Thank you. Straw Hat Izzy. Don't let this comment fool you. Dunkin' Donuts does inspire Mario. I'm not hiding this. I'm not hiding it. If you guys want to bribe me, Dunkin' Donuts is the way. Straight up. Straight up. You can take that information as you will. If you know I'm going to regionals in the States and you come with Dunkin' Donuts, I'll probably be your best friend. That's just how that is. Dunkin' Donuts is tier 1. Sparrow Fall. Like the video. Love the theory of costing a deck. Be interesting to cost in the meta hype, but keep content like this coming. Informative, practical, helpful. One thing might be link to a deck profile so you can say, hey, nice cheap tier 1 deck, that's how you play it. That's true. This comment was in regards to the new video I tried last week with the Market Watch but building a specific deck video, where I combined Market Watch and building a deck and doing a price breakdown analysis and whether or not you should get the cards for the deck now or get some of the cards for the deck later. Yeah, that video was super well received. I'm definitely going to do it again, and this is just one of the comments. And he gave me advice too. I could probably do that. Straight up. It's a good piece of advice. Next up, just to add to the conversation, you can also get the all 4 starter decks and save money if you get them at retail price. Has Hammer Sparks and V-Mods that equal up to $13 or so, and comes with other potential tech. I love Cordron personally, and the Dragon Commons too I've seen float around. What am I saying, guys? Look at the people that go in the comments section and actually add to the conversation. I love it. I love it. Keep doing it, honestly. This is a good start to the series. I would definitely prefer to wait till the website is out and prices are settled before doing another BTOA list. Also, it would be nice to talk about budget options. For instance, we could cut Davis with Blue Memory Boost, Sorjo, or even Memory Tamer Matt. All worse than Davis, but it could potentially save the player $30, guesstimating. Great video overall, very informative. I do kind of want to cover budget options. It's just hard. Like, eventually I'll have to do this kind of video for Mastamon. There is no way you can make the deck cheap without crippling the deck. So, yes and no, I do see the point, though. I think it's very valuable. And the last comment. Yeah, that mic is great. You sound way better and louder than previous Market Watch vids. I love this mic. This mic is beautiful. I could take this big black mic with me anywhere. Let me know what you guys think, and if you want to show up in the comments section of this stream or video, go ahead and leave a comment on YouTube video, and maybe you'll show up. Yep. Now, I got some subs that I want to thank real quick while that was happening. Big Brody B and Nightmares, thank you for the Prime sub, and thank you for the Tier 1 sub. Always, always appreciating the subs that you guys give to support the stream.